everybody, welcome to my YouTube. I'm Jen. Today I just wanted to jump in real quick and show you what I've been creating. I've been getting a lot of questions about this in my junk journaling group, Art and Junk Journaling for Beginners. Feel free to join if you're watching this video and not already a member. But they've been asking a lot about how I'm doing these, so I thought I would just take a minute and show you just these little, technically they're probably not ATCs because people are saying that ATCs have rules and I don't believe in rules. So they are most likely really close to the right size, but they're my version. And what I've been doing is I've been watercoloring or acrylic paint on a really large sheet of paper. I don't have one that's not done yet, but the paper is this Bristol board. I also have been using watercolor paper, really just whatever I have, but I'm using the really big. This one is 14 by 17. But what I've been doing is just watercoloring, painting, making a mess on the back or on a piece of paper. And then once I feel like I'm done with the watercolors, I will take out some pens and just start doodling. I don't do all of my doodling before I cut it, but I do a fair amount. It's a good way for me to just sit back and relax and get unstressed from the day. So a lot of times I will just doodle in that, and then when I'm ready, so you can see this one was doodled on, and then when I'm ready I actually turn it over. I turn it upside down so that I don't see where I'm cutting. And I just cut it into strips, cut it into whatever size I want. These happen to be close to 2.5 by 3.5. These were my spare ones, so they're a little bit smaller. And sometimes you'll see an odd shaped one here and there. It really just depends on what paper I have left over, and I try to use it all. These would be good for like paper clips, hidden paper clips or whatever. I don't typically trade, although I am open to trading. I have a new trade group set up in junk journaling for beginners, art and junk journaling for beginners. We also have a art and junk journaling for beginners rack and swap. Mainly because our group is so public, I didn't like the idea of people sharing addresses and swapping things there. So we created a private group for that where I can control it a little bit more, kick people out as needed, and feel a little bit safer about not sharing it publicly. So once I cut the pieces, then I just put them in a pile. They sit here on my desk all the time. And I will pick one up, and I will just start doodling some more. I will stamp. I will just doodle with pens. A little bit of both. I've been really liking metallic markers lately, so you'll see a lot of metallic in my work. And then once I'm happy with that, or even before I'm happy with that, I will cut out a sticker or an image or whatever. In this case I'm doing Eeyore because Eeyore's my favorite thing in the world. So I've just been creating a whole bunch. I'm going to do an Eeyore journal. I'm also going to do a Disney, like a vintage Disney journal, because those are my passions. Sometimes I draw on the cards. This is watercolor paint, but it smells like coffee. It is actually made out of coffee. It's one of my favorite paints to use because I love the smell of coffee. Let's see. That one's just a bunch of doodles. See, these are different shape because these were on the fold of when I folded to make sure I had even sides. This is what was left. Absolutely can do like a hidden paper clip with this. Put it on the top of the book. Whatever you want. If you want to see me actually do some of these, please just comment. Let me know what you want to see. I am going to be doing a lot more junk journaling pages, junk journaling tutorials, just to help my junk journaling group. So this one's still wet, but feel free, let me know in the comment box below if you want to see things like that. If you don't, that's fine too. Just let me know what you want to see. A lot of times you'll notice I have like just dots. So sometimes I just take a acrylic. I like acrylic markers better because they cover up the background, but you can take any marker that can write on top of the watercolor, and then you just doodle. So a lot of times I will just use the tip and make a little flower, or make a little stem, foliage stem, like that, and then add a little stem, and then I'm done. Sometimes I'll go over it twice. These markers I just got today. They're pretty good, but sometimes they're a little bit see-through. So I like that effect on some of them, and then other ones I feel like I want to go back and do it. Like this one looks really good. But so I think you get it. Also, metallic markers have been my absolute favorite. This one's black, so that's not really metallic. This one's gold, so I can show you. Let's do this. So I like the way the metallic pins shimmer. There's a lot of different brands of metallic pins. I'll put my favorite one down below. It isn't this one, but oh, it's this one. This brand, Pen Touch. It's the Sakura brand, and I just really like the way that it looks. I've ended up getting so many different colors. I have silver gold, rose gold, and then I also did find a metallic set, Artizo, not Artiza, but like a generic one that I've been using lately as well. So there you go. Let me know what you think. I will probably start trading. I don't know if I'll trade Eeyore specifically, but I'll start trading some of these cards. So if you're interested, join our Art and Junk Journaling for Beginners Facebook group, and then join our trade and rack group as well. But do let me know in the comments below what you think, and thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.